Right, this is everyone's favorite type of question. It says, for which value of k will the equation x squared plus x equal k have no real roots? So the first thing I'm going to do is rewrite this as x squared plus x minus k is equal to 0. And the reason I'm going to do that is to just give you a little visual representation. We can now see that this is a quadratic. So what does it mean for a quadratic to not have real roots? Well, it just means this. If we have a quadratic like this, and it cuts the x-axis, then it has real roots, because the roots consist of real numbers. Okay. Whereas a function, a parabola without real roots, it just means that it doesn't cut the x-axis. So it looks something like that. Okay, so now that you can kind of visualize what it means to have real roots or not, let's jump into how we can solve this. So first, again, just remember the quadratic equation. X is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now remember that this square root here tells us a lot about the nature of the roots. And it's even got its own symbol. It's called delta. So delta is equal to b squared minus 4ac. And one property of delta that you should know is that if delta is smaller than 0, then there are no real roots. Okay, so in other words, b squared minus 4ac must be smaller than 0 in order for there to be no real roots. Okay, so we've got our quadratic here, and we've already got b squared, already got b, and we've already got a. They're both 1. So this becomes 1 minus 4. A is also 1, and c is the minus k. So we're trying to find this inequality. Minus k smaller than 0. And that becomes 4k is smaller than minus 1, which means that k is smaller than negative 1/4.